Hey traders, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back for another daily market recap. Today is Monday, September 14th. And in today's video, we're going to discuss Apple's event that is scheduled for tomorrow, September 15th on Tuesday, and a few other market moving news articles. And I'll bring up the schedule here in just a moment. But before we dive into the content, please smash the like if you enjoyed the video today, and consider subscribing to the channel, and you'll be notified on any future updates if you tick the little bell. So taking a look at the schedule and the agenda for today. So just a reminder that we're going to do the $100 cash giveaway at the end of this video. So when I looked at the video from Friday, when I mentioned the $100 cash giveaway, there's been 14 comments in there. So basically, I'll do a random number generator at the end of this video, and it'll be 1 through 14. And congratulations to the lucky winner. We'll find out who that is at the end of this stream. Next, we'll discuss some news and events. So taking a look at Apple. So the event is scheduled for tomorrow, and they're expected to unveil updates to watches and iPads. You can check out this article for a more in-depth recap on what to expect. And basically, they're delaying the iPhone until October, and they're speculating that that's going to be in a separate event. And they beat analyst expectations on the last earnings report, even with the virus and everything that was going on with the store closures. So we'll have to keep an eye on this tomorrow. Apple closed fairly strong to end the day, which was kind of expected. And we'll take a look at the chart here in just a moment. So taking a look at some other market moving news articles. So Israel is set to impose a 3-week national lockdown in response to the pandemic due to fears of a second wave. And Doug Ford actually expressed similar concerns in Ontario, saying that they reported 313 new COVID-19 cases. And Doug Ford is also fearing a second wave in the pandemic. So JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon also said that the economic recovery could be derailed due to the lack of government intervention and stimulus. So he would like to see another round of stimulus, but as we know, talks have sort of halted on that front. So definitely a lot of uncertainty in the markets. And we also saw that Canada is set to unveil retaliatory tariffs and measures against the United States this week in the aluminum dispute. So that pretty much covers everything I wanted to cover for the news and events. So taking a look at SPY and other indices, you can see here we closed the day almost with a doji. A little bit of an indecision candle here. I would have liked to see a little bit more of a bounce to be confident that we were going up from here. We sort of negated that daily bear flag that we posted about last week, and bulls came in, stepped in, and bought the dip on that and saved the day essentially. And we'll have to see whether or not we get any more downside continuation. The volume today wasn't that impressive, considering we have the event for Apple tomorrow, the TikTok deal, which I mentioned on my lunchtime update, the midday update. You can check that out. But essentially, Oracle won the bid for the TikTok deal, outbidding Microsoft. So again, I would have liked to see a little bit more than the average 20-day period volume. We didn't quite get there. So again, the bulls, the burden of the proof is on the bulls right now, and we didn't really see that much of I wasn't that impressed with the volume today. And you can see here that we had quite a bit of sell volume into the end of the day. Could this potentially be a hourly bull flag? Yes, it could. We still have yet to confirm an hourly uptrend. So we didn't set an hourly higher low and higher high. So definitely remaining cautious on that front, but we'll want to see a break of 340.37 tomorrow to be confident that the hourly bounce is still underway. That will change the hourly trend in favor of the bulls, and it will also confirm that hourly bull flag. So you can see here toward the end of the day, we rejected at the 340 resistance, which I highlighted in the video and in the community this morning. I actually reshorted here around the 338, 339 level, and I took another short at 340. I would have liked to see us close above the 340 to be bullish. And I decided to swing a little bit of short over the evening and into tomorrow. I'm sitting mostly in cash, but still in an SPXS and SQQQ position. And you can see here with after hours trading on, we're still in a 5-minute downtrend, and we saw a lot of bear volume to end the day. So we've been following the same pattern I highlighted in my video at lunch, but essentially we've just been slow grinding up, and then we get the bears smack it down. So again, the burden of proof is still on the bulls, and it's been lackluster thus far. Taking a look at QQQ with the sell volume at the end of the day as well, you can see here that we had an upper wick and increasing bear volume going into the end of the day. All eyes will be on Apple tomorrow, and QQQ, same deal. We'll look to change the hourly trend. We have yet to set an hourly higher low and higher high without extended hours on. So could that be a potential bull flag as well? Yes, it could. So it'll be about 277.21 tomorrow. That'll be the level on watch for QQQ. Also wanted to bring up the dollar. As we know that there's been a lot of correlation to the dollar and metals and stocks as a whole. So as you can see, we bounced, which is expected, into the end of the day. We were rejecting here at the EMAs, although we did form a little bit of a base of support there toward the end of the day. And we did confirm a 5-minute uptrend toward the end of the day as well. You can see here that we were riding the EMA 12 support there on the 5-minute for most of the day. And once we lost that, that's when we saw a fairly decent pullback there on DXY. So all eyes will be on tech tomorrow and the Apple event. I'm not expecting a huge move from that. But again, we'll check back in tomorrow with an update for you guys. Next, I want to cover a few individual stocks as per member request. So taking a look at Apple. So Apple, as you can see, we ramped into the end of the day. We did get some heavy sell pressure there toward the end of the day, but we are in a 5-minute uptrend. And did we change the hourly trend? We hit a high of the day of 115.71. And we hit 115.91, so basically rejected there at resistance. You can see here we have hourly increasing bull volume, which is a good sign. So I would technically consider that a double top right now. Could also be a cup and handle, so we'll have to see how the day opens tomorrow. We're basically finding support there on EMA 12. And again, all eyes will be on Apple tomorrow for the event. Next, we have Tesla. I know a lot of people are curious about Tesla. I have a lot of people in the community, especially that are watching this name. So you can see into the end of the day, we did change the hourly trend. So one of the few tech names that did so. And you can see here we had a higher low and higher high. So bulls definitely in control of Tesla at the moment. And taking a look into the end of the day, we had very high bull volume and closed near the high of the day. So Tesla bulls, everything looking good on that front. Taking a look at NKLA. So NKLA, I did a video on this morning as well. You can take a look at that. But essentially, they had the news on the GM partnership, which the stock skyrocketed. And then we seen the Hindenburg research short report that came out and knocked it right back down. And this company since came out with a report saying that that it was false and misleading, and it's not the first time that these guys have done a report that was a little bit misleading. So as you can see, we jumped about 60% on that news about GM, and we're down from there about another 45%. So daily bounce is underway on NKLA. It would have been a great entry off 29 support. So congrats to the bulls who entered NKLA for a swing. Taking a look at NK on the hourly. On the hourly, we did not change the hourly trend yet either. Zooming into the 5-minute into the end of the day. See here, we were in a 5-minute downtrend, but we did confirm a 5-minute higher low and higher high into the end of the day. And we could potentially be setting up for a inverse head and shoulders there on the 5-minute. And it also found support there at EMA 26 support. Next, we'll take a look at MU. So MU has been bouncing the past few days. So we hit a low, I think it was $42. Yep. So from that low, we're up about 17%. See, we had a huge gap up today, a little bit of profit taking. See with the upper wick, taking a look at the hourly chart. Hourly chart, we've yet to, well, we are in an hourly uptrend, but we have a huge gap to fill. So if we were to fill said gap, that's about a 5% drop. So just be cautious. If you are a bull on MU, if you're not already in a position, maybe you may want to wait for a test of EMA 26 to see if it acts as support. Taking a look at the 5-minute, we did have some heavy sell volume into the end of the day, just like the rest of the names that we have covered so far. And we are just looking for a 5-minute higher low going into tomorrow. Taking a look at BYND. So BYND did have some news out today, basically announcing that they were going to be releasing Beyond Meatballs in stores as part of the new craze in plant-based food. So taking a look at BYND on the daily. So we did break the high of Friday, but we pulled back with an upper wick. So we saw some profit taking there. We did have decent volume in the day. Taking a look at the hourly. The hourly has yet to confirm an hourly uptrend. And taking a look at the 5-minute, again, we had a little bit of increasing bear volume toward the end of the day, but essentially we did have a higher low here at 143.23 and we closed the day at 143.21, just below support. We did lose the EMA support as well on the 5-minute and closed below, and it looks like they're shaping up for a bear cross on the 12 and 26 period. So wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a gap down tomorrow and potentially look to play off of support of 141.92. So in summary, I just want to reiterate the fact that SPY is still not out of the woods yet. We did have a bear flag. If that bear flag were to confirm, that would bring us down to the last daily higher low support, which would be the 320, 321 area. And we did reject at EMA 12 as resistance. So again, I would have liked to see a little bit more volume, would have liked to see us close above that, but that wasn't the case. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more negative news in regards to the virus and whatnot. So we'll have to see, potentially may gap down tomorrow, depending on the Apple event. That's really going to be, and depending on what kind of other news articles we see this evening into tomorrow. But we'll know a little bit more once the futures markets open up this evening, and check back tomorrow for another update on SPY. But definitely leaning bearish on SPY in the short term and in the long term. I do expect a bounce. I would like to see us test the 320, 321 level and then bounce before I switch to long in the short term. But ultimately, I'm definitely leaning bearish in the long term. So it's that time. We'll do the $100 cash giveaway. If you do have any questions or tickers that you want covered on the next daily market recap, just make sure to link them in the comments below. I'll do my best to get to those ASAP. So again, I mentioned that the $100 cash giveaway was Canadian dollars. I'll be emailing that to the lucky winner. And you'll just essentially have to email me at info@pursuitofwealthgroup.com. And I'll get that over to you right away. So again, as I mentioned before, there was 14 comments. So we'll do a random number generator here. We'll change it to 14 since the max was 10. And we'll generate that number. So we have 3. So taking a look at number 3 on the list. We have Bill Will. So congratulations to Bill Will. You just won yourself $100 Canadian. So again, just email me at info@pursuitofwealthgroup.com and I'll get that over to you right away. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you on tomorrow's daily market recap. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed this content today. Consider subscribing if you enjoy this market perspective, and tick the little bell. You'll be notified on any future updates. I appreciate your attention today. Best of luck into tomorrow and the end of the week. Take care.